folks, my name is Jürgen, aka Nerd and Proud of It, and Destiny has brought you to my channel today to talk about what is going on with the Sorcery TCG. Yes, folks, let's get the microphone a little bit closer so you can hear me well. I have to be careful that I don't block my face. Some people say that might be a good idea. I tend to disagree, which is normal, of course, because it's me. But seriously, what is going on with the Sorcery TCG? There's a lot of chatter, a lot of talk, a lot of negativity about the current state of the Sorcery TCG. People are stopping to buy boxes, people are stopping with the game, and there is like there are big discussions going on Discord, in the YouTube comment section, in other, probably Facebook, I don't know, I don't have all the social media shit, but I personally am very positive about Sorcery. As you know, I'm looking very much forward to organizing the Ask and Rest 2 tournament in March, on the 8th of March in Germany, together with the guys from Cardboard Guide and with Heine from the White Rabbit Game Store. I was amazed that it was sold out right away, so there is a lot of interest in Sorcery. On the other hand, there are a lot of people complaining that there is not enough communication, that there is not enough going on. One set a year isn't enough to grow the player base. And I have to admit that despite being very positive and recently making a video that is super positive, I'm gonna, like, everything Eric Skirosa promised, they did so far. I think so, at least. I'm going to link to that video at the end of this video, so to add a little more positivity to the whole thing. And if there's shit going on, I'm telling you as well, you know that. I never am afraid of telling what I think, and I think that is a very positive thing about the channel. It's my fucking channel, I can say whatever the fuck I want, and I want to keep it that way. So am I being dragged into that negativity? A little bit, yes. I have to admit that. If I look at the fact that I wanted to buy a couple of more Arthurian Legends boxes and I did not, and now I'm a bit, not happy, but a bit, yeah, I guess the happy is the word I'm looking for. I'm a bit happy I did not buy them at $130 because they dropped to like 100, 110 now, even over here in Europe. And once it's gone, it's gone. But that's, if you buy a case, that's $120. That's a lot of money. That's one extra box at least. So do I see myself putting a lot of money into Sorcery at the moment? No, I don't. For me, it's partly because I'm focusing on a couple of Magic the Gathering things, and I've completed my beta set. I have sent in all my unique foil cards for grading, and I simply did not pull any anymore, and I'm a bit reluctant to buy any for like $50 plus of the beta set. I don't know. So it's yeah, folks, you see me thinking here, and I hate to make these videos like, hey, I'm thinking out loud and what is he rambling about, but I think many of you can follow my train of thought. It's not, Sorcery is not perceived well at the moment. Prices of Arthurian Legends are going down, which is normal, but still people associate it or connect it to the fact that it might be overprinted. Beta, reprint twice, has not really reached Europe, in my opinion, which is not very good. Communication is barely existent. We would need to hear more, and we had a couple of spoilers here and there, but everything that is happening, and most of the stuff that has been happening in the past, is community driven. It's the same with the tournament we are organizing. We are doing this voluntarily. We are putting our own money in it. We are not getting anything out of it, and we're doing it happily because we love the game, and we see a future for the game. And I love the artwork, and I love the enthusiasm of the artists, and I love the whole approach that it's very collectible. there are so many good things about sorcery. Again, check the video. I talk in more detail about that at the end of this video. If you want to continue watching, please do. It's very, I think, interesting ramble as well. But I understand the people that are kind of negative on social media as well. There's not a lot happening. If we don't organize it, there's not a lot proactivity from Eroscurosa. The only thing I have seen regularly were like tournament reports or season reports. I'm personally not interested in that at all. I like an individual tournament, and I'm happy that we probably have more than 10 nationalities from Europe flying in, literally driving there. Maybe some live close enough to go by bike, but in general, people are coming from afar, from 10 different countries to attend that tournament. So that's awesome. I love that. And I love that there is a live stream, and I love to watch that. But in general, if that's the only thing I'm hearing every week, it's not the thing that gets me very excited about the future of the game. Of course, it gets me excited about what's happening, that people are playing the game. On the other hand, I get messages from a lot of people who are die-hard sorcery fans, who are in very deep when it comes to having bought cases, not only of Alpha, Beta, but also of Arthurian Legends. And they are telling me, I'm not buying anymore. Jürgen, what do you think? I get these messages daily. I think I have like 6 or 7 messages over the last 2 weeks. Then it's not daily, I get it, but you know what I mean. On a very regular basis from people that are in my Discord and that are Patreons and that have been with the channel for a very long time, and I know that are very enthusiastic about sorcery and are not that enthusiastic anymore and starting to be careful with what they're buying and with how they approach the game. Arthurian Legends prices are very cheap, not only for sealed product, but for singles as well, which doesn't help, of course, which is normal. And I think it is a fantastic set to play draft. I love that. And I think the fact that it adds a lot to the alpha and beta gameplay-wise is awesome too. And I personally like that it's a bit of a smaller set, but then the randomization in the boxes, which was annoying in beta already, we all can agree on that, and I'm not bitching or bashing the game. It wasn't good. I had cases that, or I had at least one case that didn't have a single fucking foil unique, and I wanted to get those graded during the tournament, during Essen with the special label, just as a memento. And yeah, it doesn't really make sense to grade commons. Alpha commons have dropped in price. Commons, ordinaries, you know what I mean. You can buy graded ones for $15 already, sometimes for $10. I mean, the grading is $15. So the alpha foil ordinary, which was like $20-30 at a certain point, is now down to 0 or negative because people want to get rid of it. And you can always say people are trying to get out, that do not have faith and that are not strong in their belief that the game will, or they want to make money on the short term. I mean, I don't care. I have sold a couple of things. I have traded a couple of things, but I still have my all my graded cards, and I still bought some graded cards. Like recently, I still have to make a video about it. Like but I wouldn't anymore. Simply because, I mean, I like that, and I got my graded binder full of them, but also with like the beta set I still have, I wouldn't get rid of it. All the beta foils I pulled, I wouldn't get rid of them. All the graded cards, I probably wouldn't get rid of them. And I got a foil Philosopher's Stone with a very high grade, and a foil, how do you call it? Pathfinder with graded at 10 and these kind of things. So quite some unique cards, curio as well. I do not want to sell, so it's not that I'm getting rid of everything, but I feel because of the negative sentiment of the market, I'm hesitant to buy. And I'm hesitant to continue my collection. And I'm looking so forward to the next set because of what I've seen and what I've heard and what I've heard from the artists that talked about it, and yeah, maybe even a little more than I should have heard. But on the other hand, I can keep a secret, and I think it's definitely a set to look forward to. And I'm very happy with the slow approach. It's just, if I'm the only one playing sorcery in about 2 years, then even my enthusiasm is not enough. And then you don't buy the stuff to make money. At least I do not. But it's nice to know that if you buy a box of Arthurian Legends, you do not end up with singles worth $20 if you buy it for 110. It's the same story with Magic. You can win some, you lose some. If you get like one of those gilded foils, you're lucky and you get a couple of $100. I get it, but the chance is too small. I mean, I have opened a couple of boxes. I haven't even seen a unique foil yet. That's a very negative experience. So I want to know what you think, folks. I'm not being negative about sorcery, not yet. Maybe in a few months. I don't know. I'm everything I see is pretty negative. Everything I hear from the people online that are in depth discussing it, I sometimes can't even follow it because the discussions go back and forth, is pretty negative too. The reprint announcement, I know for a fact from a couple of sellers, has slowed down the sell-through of singles 80%. The beta reprint announcement, the third one. It's like a third wave. That's a dent in confidence. That's all it is. What to make of it? I'm not quite sure. And I wanted to address it. I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to hear what you guys think, because, like I said, I'm very passionate about sorcery. I'm extremely passionate how they treat the artists, or extremely passionate about how they treat the artists, how well they treat the artists. I'm extremely passionate about the approach. On the other hand, I'm not that passionate sometimes about quality, about randomization, about price. For Arthurian Legends, I think the box was too expensive to begin with for 24 packs, but I talked about that a lot. It's not that I'm bitching, but just summing up some points. Not very passionate about the lack of communication. And on the other side, if I approach them and if I ask them, hey, can you support us with the tournament somehow? Can you help me with a video I'm planning or I'm thinking about? They are always open to ideas. Communication isn't very quick, but on the other hand, it's there. So at least for me, and I'm very appreciative of that. It's not that I'm like, ooh, sorcery is awesome because they throw me a couple of bones. No, but the fact that they do and that they support content creators is very good. On the other hand, it's necessary because it's the only continuous attention and marketing for the game they get. And you can say, yeah, what does a small channel like mine offer? But on the other hand, there are a lot of core people here on this channel, and you know who you are, and it's very niche what I'm doing. So these more than 2,000 people watching this are definitely within the core target group of what Eric's Curiosa wants to reach, or the core target group that Eric's Curiosa wants to reach. And that's a good thing. So that means also that it's pretty of representative from what I'm hearing from my community. And that is not too positive. Everybody's like a bit reluctant. And yeah, that's triggers me to think about certain things more. These kind of videos, like them, don't like them, I don't know. I need to make them. I need to ramble. I need to get my thoughts out. I need to sort my thoughts while I'm telling them to you. That helps me like putting things into perspective. And at the moment, I'm a bit torn about what to think about sorcery and the future of sorcery, despite being very positive. Also, unfortunately seeing some of the more negative things down the road and currently happening. Maybe they come out tomorrow with a big bang, and everything is fine again. But yeah, we'll have to see. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm really, really curious. So take the time, hit the like button, hit the dislike button if you don't like these rambles. I don't care. All is good for the channel as long as you engage with me. And please let me know in the comments, like, hey, I think sorcery does this and this right and could do this and this better. Let's keep it to constructive criticism. Or I think sorcery does a fantastic job or whatever, and I'm very happy with how the game is going. I think there's a big difference between Europe, overseas market, and the US as well. We don't really have any player base here. There's not a lot happening. Product hasn't reached us well. And on the other hand, I see that, unfortunately, in the US too. People like, hey, asking me, is it the same for you guys? There is not a single shop here that even has product. So not even Arthurian Legends, which is weird because it's still available, right? Go to that comment section. Let me know. I'm very curious what you think, really. I hope that video was not too negative, and if it was, it is what it is. Again, I'm just telling you what I think, and I'm not thinking that sorcery is dead or it's dying or whatever. I only think it could do some things better, and that's okay. I think it's good to voice these things. It's good for the Eric's Curiosa team to hear these things as well, if you voice them in a constructive way. If no comments welcome, the game is dead to shit or whatever, I don't care. I will delete those because that's not true. Just let me know in a friendly and kind way what you think about the game. And it can be a negative, you can have a negative opinion, of course. I'm not going to delete that, but we need to stay constructive and polite. Let's keep it to this, because I've seen some extremes lately when it comes to the sorcery discussion, and those extremes are okay if they are voiced politely. Stay healthy, folks. Stay frosty. Let me know in the comments what you think. I talk to you next time. Thanks a lot for listening to me again for like 15 minutes. Jesus, those videos are getting long and nobody's watching them. Hope you are. If you are, in your comment about what you think about sorcery, let's see that word Yoda, which is our code word for me, so I know that you have watched the whole thing. I see you next time. Bye, folks. Thanks.